take this. I want you to tell them what I see. Okay! We got a wad! Pretty big!
There's a pretty big wad.
Brass fittings!
Brass fittings.
I think I can reach the circuit wire.
He can reach the circuit wire.
What else?
What else?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Fuck me.
Oh, darn.
Pop quiz, hotshot. It's Katrina Porter.
Hey, Anna Serene.
Welcome to Split Happens, everyone else.
Welcome, everybody.
Each week, Katrina and I discuss a movie both of us love. However, only one of us gets to say anything good about the movie. They're the pro of the episode, which means the other is the con and has to attack it. Our one rule is the con only has to attack during the synopsis. If they say anything at all good about the movie during that time, they incur a penalty and have to say something good about a movie that they hate, which the pro gets to decide. So this week, if Katrina catches a rule break from me, we're going to hear this sound.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
What are you going to do to this movie?
I'm going to strap a bomb on it and then make it so it'll explode if it goes under 50.
That is very straightforward. Well, this week, we are doing 1994's classic action film, Action Extravaganza.
Is it a classic?
Fuck yeah, it is. Speed.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it is.
This is kind of like the opposite of some of the other ones that we've been doing lately where you've seen this one tons of times. It's been a while since I'd seen it.
I have seen this movie 5 million times.
Oh.
And guess what?
Huh.
It starts Keanu-tember.
Yay! It's Katrina's birthday. On
And
the second.
Keanu's.
Keanu's. I love that we're doing this.
Me too.
He's just one of the most wonderful people, it seems. Good for him.
Earlier today, Anna and I were like, do we talk about dick too much in this podcast? Because we have a lot of male listeners. I'm like, God, we kind of do. And then I started taking my notes, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Today's not going to be the day we stop.
Oh, fuck. No dick stops.
Not Keanu-tember.
Keanu-member?
Oh, shoot. Keanu. How else should we say it?
Keanu-ber?
Keanu-tember.
Oop.
Keanu-tember.
I feel like we should mention that only one of us is drinking. We're not going to say which one.
How can you guess?
It's Katrina.
You just said.
Oh, sorry. I may have overserved myself the other night.
Ann had a bib experience last night.
I did, a BIB, bowl in bed. There's nothing that says you've got your shit together in life than sleeping with your face in a bowl. I am a little bit sad, though.
Why are we talking about this?
It was the last night in Denver.
That's why I'm still drinking.
I wish I were. No Coralejo for me.
You said you were going to do Coralejo and Sprite.
I still might. I don't know.
If you get real boring, I'm going to make you go do it.
Ooh, fingers crossed. Uh-oh. Already?
Okay, do you want to know a little bit about Spade?
I'm sorry, about what?
Spade?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Very much.
It was directed by Jen Bont.
That sounds familiar.
Well, it's of Twister fame.
Oh, yeah.
He's a twister.
Our old buddy Jan. You might... for whatever reason, Twister's a little bit of a blur.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of, I don't know. I vaguely remember
There was
Twister.
something about accents and F5s. We learn it's a what? It's an F3 tornado.
Yeah, we do.
Is there an F5?
They really know a lot about weather.
Oh, no. See, you know what's funny is in my notes, I've got F3 and I've got F2 and I've got an accent. So,
Is there an F5? Is there an F5? Is there an F5?
Oh, boy.
yeah, that's after they said F3, F2, F4.
I actually put that in my notes, and I was hoping you wouldn't say it because I didn't want to
F3,
drink.
F2, F4. Drink,
Is there an F5?
drink,
Is there an F5?
drink.
Is there an F5?
Jason. That's literally all I remember, actually.
That's a fun trip down memory lane.
Yeah. Oh, God. No, that's when we started drinking Corlejo.
It is.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, you said, hey, Katrina, take a drink.
Yeah.
And then you showed me the back of the bottle of Corlejo, which looks like a penis.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Hey, while you're drinking, here, I want you to put that glass in your mouth before I show you this. Look, I think there's a penis on this bottle. Oh boy, don't you love an origin story?
Yes, I do, actually.
I want to hear a little bit about Speed.
Okay. Well, Rennie Harlan and Quentin Tarantino were offered the chance to direct, but turned it down. Tarantino later named the film as one of his 20 favorite films.
Really?
He loved this movie.
I would not have liked his version.
No, I think the body count in total was like 14 maybe or something like that.
Yeah, and no feet, so we know he wasn't involved.
Right. This was written by Graham Yost. That's who wrote the screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
He also did work on Band of Brothers, which in my humble opinion is one of the best shows ever written. In my humble opinion.
Sure.
The Wire is the best show ever written. That's my opinion.
It is really amazing. I think Adrian would say its Succession is way up there.
Succession's up there. I'll talk about that later. He also did work on Pacific and Justified. He did a ton of TV shows. However, Jen de Bont really wanted Keanu, and Keanu didn't want to do this movie. Oh, because he thought the screenplay was a little too much like Die Hard. Oh. So, de Bont brought in a writer who ended up rewriting most of the script and went uncredited for doing so, and Keanu really liked the rewrite. Graham Yost, who is still credited for writing Speed, also acknowledged that this uncredited person did the rewrites.
I am on the edge of my fucking seat. I need to know who it is.
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon?
Joss Whedon.
Oh.
I know. And I knew you were going to do that face, and so I started looking up like why you were going to do that face because I couldn't remember.
Garbage.
Yes.
Yes, I'm telling you, there's many different instances. For me personally, as somebody that really liked Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then also Angel, Charisma Carpenter, who was on that show, he was horrible to her, and absolutely horrible to her.
Now, is she the one that he talked about her weight, or like
she got pregnant?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then killed her off in like a terrible, I mean, it was just so gross how he treated her.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible. She was Cordelia on there.
So yeah, he did Buffy, he did Angel.
He's done lots of things I really love.
He did Age of Ultron, which is one of my very favorite Marvel movies because for a lot of reasons, but it had, oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. Holy shit.
Are you talking about Vision?
No, Robert California.
James Spader.
James Spader. Jesus Christ.
He also did, oh gosh, fucking Joss Whedon. Why can't he just be a good person? Because he also did Firefly.
Yes, he did. He's done a ton of stuff.
Serenity. Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, the script is pretty good in this movie.
Wow, I am surprised. I definitely did not see that coming.
I don't know why he went uncredited. I don't know the reason behind that. Because Graham Yost definitely said he did it. The budget was 30-ish million for this movie, somewhere between 30 and 37. It went on to make $350 million. Wow. It did just fine.
Yeah.
Do you know what was going on in 1994 of some cultural significance?
94.
This film was released 1 week before O.J. Simpson led the Los Angeles Police Department on a chase in a white Bronco after he was suspected of murder. After the Bronco chase, many audiences who saw the film in theaters noticed how closely scenes from the film resembled the real-life Bronco chase, including media coverage and aerial shots of Los Angeles freeways. 1 week before this movie came out.
Quit lying.
I can't.
You shut your lying speak hole.
I can't.
Wow. Audio only medium. For right now.
For right now.
Oh, yeah. Fresh things are on the horizon. We really got a lot out of this podcast convention.
We're learning about video.
I feel like I should apologize now.
Why?
I don't know.
I do a lot with my hands.
Yeah, we were very animated. We were very animated.
I don't know what I was just doing with my face just now.
I know, it was very gill.
It was a fish.
It was like a fish gill, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Yep, video will be coming soon, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Any other trivia?
Nope.
Oh
no.
All right. Just do it already.
Play the fucking song.
Let the games begin.
Our movie begins with an elevator shaft, and I say any movie that begins with a shaft is good enough for me.
I'm out.
What do you...
I don't fuck around with elevators. Mm-mm.
Well,
No. I don't like it. I don't like them at all. And why is it so dark? I can't see anything. Why are movies so dark these days?
well, this was 20 million years ago. The opening music smacks and gets you right in the mood for some elevator shenanigans.
By elevator shenanigans, do you mean a never-ending shot of an elevator descending?
It's a little Tim Burton-y.
It's a little, ship from the beginning of Spaceballs-y. It never fucking ended. I swear to God, we were 15 minutes in, and it was still moving down the elevator shaft.
No, we weren't.
It took forever.
Nuh-uh. Well, we see Dennis Hopper, who plays Payne. That's his last name. And he stabs a security guy in the head.
I had a bad feeling about security guard number 1.
After the security guy asked to see his work order. But he said it was nothing personal, so that is the same thing as apologizing in guy speak, basically.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's okay for you?
Well, I would say you need to use your words more.
Mm-hmm.
If I was like, can we try that again?
Uh-huh.
If I was working with that person.
I would say this movie is very, very herky-jerky, and I felt like I was going to vomit, and it's not because I was profoundly hungover.
Dude, you were so hungover that this is not the movie's fault.
A little.
No, it's not. Jen de Bont cast Dennis Hopper because he didn't want a typical villain. He wanted Payne to be a regular guy who just snapped one day. And I think that translates, really. However, Jack Nicholson and Bobby De Niro were considered for the role.
Considered?
Yeah.
As in, they're considered for every role.
Right.
Like, maybe we should get them. They were considered for the role.
Right. They want an everyday guy. We did consider Bobby De Niro and Jack Nicholson.
Oh, they're so everyday.
Right. A group of executives hop on the elevator, and then that rascal Payne sets off a little bomb, which doesn't kill anyone. It does put the people in the elevator in a tight spot.
Yeah, damn, they're in a tight spot.
They are. The bomb squad is called. And who do we have?
Is the answer Jesus?
Kind of. It's Keanu Reeves. Happy birthday. Birthday, boo. He plays Jack Traven, and Jeff Daniels, who plays Harry Temple. Just an aside.
Yes?
Harry is also Jeff Daniels' name in Dumb and Dumber.
It sure is. Yeah. It sure is. Harry and Lloyd. By the time they get there, there's only 23 minutes left to
stop the bomb.
stop the bomb.
Well, to get him his money. So it had been like an hour since it had first gone off. Mm-hmm. But LA traffic is a motherfucker.
Yeah, I bet.
It is. Bont cast Keanu after seeing him in Point Break. He thought men wouldn't be intimidated by him, but that women would still be into him. And he was correct. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. I bet that elevator smells like R. Kelly's sheets right about now.
Piss. Well, Bont insisted that Keanu get a sensible haircut, as would befit a hardworking cop. 20th Century Fox executives lost their fucking minds when they saw the buzz cut he adopted for the film, going so far as to threaten postponing the film so he could grow his hair back. They were not happy.
Really?
And I thought it worked just fine.
I noticed it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
In what way?
I'm an observant person.
What did you observe?
His short crop.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Befitting. Couldn't have his locks getting in the way of checking out bombs.
Why didn't Jeff Daniels do that to his hair?
Because he's in his late 40s, and you don't do that when you're in your late 40s. Every hair is a gift.
I think Jack's a bad cop.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He's reckless.
He's dedicated.
He needs one of those stereotypical chiefs to be like, you're a good cop, but you're too dangerous. You take too many chances. You're reckless.
You crazy. Well, Jack and Harry are part of the bomb squad with the LAPD. He's part of the bomb squad, all right. They learn that Payne has rigged a bomb to go off and kill all the passengers on the elevator unless they pay Payne $3 million.
Wow. All $3 million.
In 1994.
Yeah. How much would that have been now?
11
million? He only wants 11 million.
Yeah, he's not greedy.
Really?
He just wants his due.
He says it a lot of times. He's like, he just wants his money.
Well, what? No, he says he wants what's owed to him. He says that a lot. It's a clue.
A clue, you say?
I do.
A clue?
Yeah. Jack and Harry inspect the bomb, and Jack gets a hunch that Payne is going to kill the hostages even if he gets paid.
What a dick.
So they rig something to the elevator shaft that even if it blows and drops the elevator, it won't go crashing into the abyss.
I don't like how many times you're saying blows and shafts.
I'm going to say it so often.
God. Oh, good.
Payne does go ahead and blow the bomb, but the plan that Jack came up with kind of worked. They start evacuating the people off of the elevator, and thankfully at the last second, they get everyone off. Tee.
There are too many sexual innuendos.
What?
That's a sorry. That's a con. That was tough to say.
Are you trying to suggest that sexual innuendos are a con?
Mm-hmm.
You hordak. Your eye is twitching.
Mm-mm.
And the sexual innuendos are not even in the movie.
I don't like...
They're literally all in my notes.
I don't like them.
That's a lie.
Hmm?
We literally talked about nothing but dicks all on the way to the convention.
We must have talked about something else, surely.
What?
I don't know. Nicknames for dicks?
Jack and Harry go looking for Payne, and they land on top of an elevator. But uh-oh, Payne starts shooting at them until they both end up in the same elevator cart Payne is in. Payne is covered in dynamite and is holding Harry hostage when Harry says, "Hey, friend, how about you go ahead and shoot me so Payne doesn't have a hostage anymore?"
Yeah, definitely shoot near the person that has dynamite all over him.
Yeah,
How is he not reckless?
Well, no, because they're very, very skilled.
Huh.
You learn that in bomb school.
In bomb school?
Yeah.
Is that like a secondary program that you can take in cop school?
Well, police academy. Ding dong.
That sounds made up.
Payne makes everyone think he got all blown up, but I don't think so.
I can't believe he actually laughed maniacally, on his way out. He was like a Batman villain.
I thought it was funny.
Did you?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. Yeah. He's the Autobomb.
Oh, no.
I'm the Autobomb.
Oh, boy.
You may have stopped me this time, Batman, but the Autobomb will be back, and next time it will be explosive.
That is not real.
He really was. I mean, he practically did one of these things with his hands.
He doesn't have all those fingers.
No, he definitely does not.
That's not nice. Don't point that out. That's part of the reason that makes him so ornery.
Because he ain't got all them fingers?
Right.
Well, I bet it's really easy to put on gloves.
It's not easy to put on gloves.
The thumb is the one that gets tricky.
No, this one's
yeah,
rough.
You're right. The ring finger is the one it causes a ruckus.
It does cause a ruckus. Well, Harry and Jack get the Medal of Valor, which is the highest honor that can be bestowed on a police officer. By the way, Chief of Police is played by Joe Morton, who we know as the inventor of Skynet from Terminator 2.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer I can hold this.
Not much longer, it turned out.
I love him. It's the next day, and we see Jack getting a little coffee. A bus pulls up, and Jack has a little kiki with the bus driver, but then, oh no, bus blows up.
And then Jack ran towards said blown up bus.
Yeah, he just wanted to make sure that the bus driver, didn't have a chance.
He did not have, nobody had a chance. It was exploding. Everything was, the whole thing was exploding multiple times over. Ain't no way anybody's coming out of that alive.
Well, what if, the guy had flame retardant clothes on and also a helmet?
A helmet that would keep his head from blowing up.
Yeah.
In an explosion.
Yeah.
So...
Like one of those test dummy helmets?
So when his body parts are strewn all over the place, at least they're not inflamed because they're covered in flame retardant clothes.
Jack just reacts. He runs towards helping people. He can't help himself. He's a helper.
He is a very reactive person. I would agree with. He's a very reactive. Reactive, in fact.
He's a giver. I would say he's a giver. I think he's a giver. I can tell, actually.
Maybe you should give a little bit less.
We hear a payphone ringing. Send us a message on Instagram if you want to know what a payphone is. When Jack goes to answer it, and who do you think it is but old Trigger Payne himself? He's a little butthurt over that elevator job gone wrong, and he tells Jack that there's a new job worth $3.7 million because of inflation. Okay? And that there is a bomb on a bus, and if it goes under 50 miles per hour, the bomb will blow up.
I hate math riddles.
Well, here's another one.
Ugh. Riddle me nothing.
He tells Jack the number of the bus is 2525.
There's a lot of numbers that are getting thrown around. You were not comfortable with that, I guarantee it.
What do you get if you put 25 and 25 together?
Fuck you.
50.
Says you.
the number the bus can't go under.
Uh-huh.
Clever. We see the lovely Sandra Bullock running up the street, and she plays our kick-ass heroine, Annie. Century Fox executives weren't convinced that Keanu Reeves had enough star clout to front the film himself, insisting a big-name actress should star alongside him. Jan de Bont refused.
Oh.
And Fox relented to his casting of Sandra Bullock with Reeves only 2 weeks before shooting began.
Whoa.
Right.
This has remnants of Twister. This reminds me of how he was with Twister in casting Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
Insisting on her.
Halle Berry turned down the role of Annie, and she wasn't famous at the time either, but she turned down the role. And she, even though Sandra Bullock obviously became Sandra Bullock, she said that she turned it down without regret. She said, "It would not have done for me what it did for Sandra Bullock. I would have just been the black bus driver." Holy shit.
Huh.
Guess who else we see?
I can't imagine.
80s superstar Alan Ruck. Children of the 80s know him best as Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but he has most recently had a glow-up of fame as the oft-ignored Roy brother Connor on Succession.
Love him on Succession.
He is fantastic. You have not seen the final season?
Yeah. I stopped watching at that particular one episode. I'll finish it out.
Okay. Because he, in the final season, he has one of the most heartbreaking lines.
Okay. I'm going home.
Well, I'm sure she'll be in touch, Con.
You know what? It's fine.
Really?
Yeah. The good thing about having a family that doesn't love you is you learn to live without it.
Connor is fantastic in the whole season. You never know quite where his arc is going to go. I love him. He's fantastic. And he's funny in this movie. He's a very small character, but he makes the most of it. He's really good.
I love Alan Ruck.
He's good in this movie.
That's what you say. That's just your opinion, man.
Well, he plays a tourist, and Annie is quick to get away from him.
Yeah, by tourist, you mean chatty asshole?
Sure, isn't that what tourists are?
Oh, one of these guys. I can't stand it.
Well, the scene where Annie takes the chewing gum out of her mouth and pretends to put it on her seat in order to have an excuse to change seats and to move away from him, that was all Sandra Bullock's idea. She's so good. And I should point out again, this is one of her earliest movies. She is young. Like, the fact that she's improvising anything in a movie that she got cast 2 weeks before it started is nutso.
Well, I don't think you should lie just to get out of a conversation.
We did that today.
What? No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
I don't remember that.
We just can't say what it is because we will get dragged. But we definitely did it.
I had to pee.
I know. I'm not saying that we were wrong. We were not.
I didn't have time to deal with that nonsense. No.
No. We were in the right, but we did lie.
Dakota was very, very nice.
We just didn't have time for it.
We did not. I really had to pee.
Yes. When you get to a certain age, it's not good. It's actually never good to hold your, it's not good for your bladder. But when you get to a certain age, it's really not good.
Yeah. But I have a problem with, saying no to people. So,
And also, I wanted a margarita really bad.
Yes, you did. But, yeah.
It was hot.
I have a hard time not talking with somebody if they're, I'm definitely one. I'm the one, for sure, that you will want to stop. For sure. Because I will agree to anything.
Not today.
I had to pee.
Not today, bitch. Well, Jack tries running up to the bus that they're on, and he breaks the glass, but because it is not an actual bus stop, they don't let him on because rules are the rules.
Rules is rules?
Yeah.
But he was an officer of the law.
But they weren't sure about that, and they didn't really have time to check his badge.
He said it a bunch.
I know. Keanu Reeves breaking the glass on the bus door in the beginning of that movie, that was an accident. However, it was left in the final cut.
Well, that sounds very overzealous.
It's just because of all those muscles.
What did I say? He's reckless, reactive. And goddamn, everyone on this bus wants to chit-chat. This is what headphones were made for. This is a nightmare.
For us.
Yeah, I don't want to chit-chat.
No.
I want to,
That's why we always go places together.
I know.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
We're very good about making it seem like we're in a deep conversation.
Yeah. We very rarely ever are.
We are so friendly. We really are. It's going to sound like we're just,
Well, I'm shy.
I'm shy.
I'm shy. You're not shy. You talk to everybody actually when you want to.
That's the problem, though, is I have a difficult time. I dig my way into the conversations, and then I don't dig an exit hole.
Yeah, once you get...
I don't have a way to get out of the conversation.
Yeah. Once you get started, I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to get our drink?
I don't like to make people upset.
Well, speaking of making people upset,
Mm-hmm.
Jack politely borrows someone else's car to catch up with the bus.
Politely?
Yeah.
He puts a gun in his face.
Okay.
Rude.
Did that guy look familiar?
Yes, he did.
Okay, well, that is Glenn Plummer. That's the guy driving the fancy car. He's basically a character actor. He's been in Strange Days, Showgirls, stuff like that. Anyway, his driver's license was taken away 2 days prior to his scene driving on the freeway.
Oh, in real life?
Yes.
Oh, word?
Word.
This movie is they just have no regard whatsoever for the law.
Isn't it exciting? Jack calls Harry and lets him know that Payne is alive and that he is going to get on the bus and that Harry needs to get on to get on figuring out who the hell Payne is. Meanwhile, there is an individual on the bus who thinks that Jack might be on the bus because he may or may not have done something illegal. Okay.
Well, I mean, but wait.
What?
Okay, but before he gets on the bus, though, there is a 0% chance that driver would see a sign that says bomb on bus and not immediately slam on the brakes.
That's not true. That bus driver is very calm. They take
Courses?
Crisis training.
Do they?
In Los Angeles? Are you kidding me? They have earthquakes.
Uh-huh.
They have hurricanes.
Sharknadoes.
They have Sharknadoes. They have David Hasselhoff. They are constantly dealing with crazy shit all of the time.
Crises.
Yes.
Well, I feel horrible for that poor man in his car. I hope he sues the shit out of the LAPD.
Well, of course he does.
Good.
I read that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You're full of lies.
He won $3.8 million, a little bit more than Payne wanted.
I was going to say, this is, why didn't Payne just do something that would make him able to sue the LAPD? That would have made things a lot faster. And
because he was a fucking criminal.
What a dick.
Yeah, the bad guy ain't good. Annie asks him a very legit question. Are you out of your mind?
Are you single?
That's the first question you ask is, are you out of your mind? And then you ask his status.
We want to make sure somebody's not crazy first.
Right, yeah. The anxious, possible criminal accidentally shoots the bus driver, which means Annie has to take over driving, which means you can forget about seeing any turn signals in the foreseeable future.
Once again, there is a 0% chance she would be able to maintain that speed or not tip over after hitting all those cars and shit. Trust me, I know.
You put me in a constant state of anxiety. Well, as a matter of fact, Sandra Bullock actually learned to drive a bus for the film, passing her test on her first attempt. It's true.
She felt that was necessary?
They felt it was necessary. They wanted it to look realistic. And I say hurrah.
Well, I'd say that that's not realistic.
I think it is realistic looking. I think a lot of the scenes with her are realistic looking. She looks scared as shit all the time.
Yeah.
She is perfection in this movie. Her reactions are great. Her dialogue is great. How she delivers things she is great.
Okay, well, let me finish.
Okay.
I don't think it's accurate, because if they wanted accuracy, this should be a person that has never driven a bus before. So it should have been somebody getting behind a wheel of a bus that has never driven before. So having her drive the bus prior made her overly prepared and made it seem like she knew how. It's like, that's what I was watching. I was like, oh gosh, she looks like she's been driving buses like forever. That doesn't seem realistic.
Is that when, did you think that when she was driving over the baby carriage, or when she was driving over those 37 cars on the side of the street, or when she was driving over the trash can? Is that when you were thinking that she looked like a professional, when she was basically driving over shit for 15 minutes?
She has to maintain that 50 miles an hour, but she does it, she does that, and she wouldn't be able to do that as like a person that has never driven a bus before, I don't think.
Of course she would.
I don't think so.
You would.
Probably not.
You could.
Yeah, and there is a woman with a baby carriage crossing the road. Holy fucking cliches. What's next? Nuns? Two guys carrying a plate of glass?
No, that would have been a bridge too far. That's just silly.
Oh, that would be too silly.
Yeah. Well, Jack is checking under the bus, and he's looking at the bomb, and Alan is relaying the information to Harry. And this scene is just funny. Keanu did approximately 90% of his own stunts.
That is hilarious, considering what my happy ending is going to be after this. So, okay. He did 90% of his own stunts?
Yes. Which was part of Jan de Bont's, way to lure him into the movie. He's like, you know what, if you can do your own stunts pretty much if you want. And Keanu's like, okay. Basically, I just surfed at my last movie.
No, he shot up in the air a bunch of times. Shot up in the air, went, ah.
I want to get on a bus.
What company would allow that? Why would they allow him to do his own stunts?
He wasn't super, super famous then.
This industry is broken, man.
Well, there is some tense moments when Annie is trying to escape killing people, which they do, so that's a plus. Payne calls Jack, and Jack convinces him to let the bus driver off because he is wounded. But then Helen does try to jump off, and boom.
I have a question.
Helen's more like, huh, at this point.
I think that's what she said when she was rolling under them tires.
Mm-hmm. I made a mistake.
Wait, I want to stay on the bus. Ah! I have a question.
Okay.
Why not just give Payne it's only $3.7 million. Why not just give him that? The damage that the bus is causing has to be costing 10 times as much.
That would have been like $11.9 million then.
Which means that the damage that was causing, like, on the freeways and all of the cars and all of the infrastructure and all of the destruction, all of these different things and all the vehicles and the helicopters and all that had to cost way more than just giving the guy the money.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
It harkens back to the beginning of the movie when Jack deduced that even if they gave him the money, he was going to kill everyone on the elevator anyway because he's an agent of chaos. They could give him the $3.7 million and he's still going to blow up the bus because it's not about the money. That's a part of it. What Payne also wants is revenge. He wants to let everyone know that he's the one in control. He can do whatever he wants. So they know that giving him the money isn't going to save all of these people on the bus. So they have to be 5 steps ahead of him. I
fucking knew you were going to... I knew you were going to catch that. I hate your face.
There's a 50-foot problem up ahead.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to say...
Yeah.
This was obviously Clinton's first term, and he hadn't gotten to infrastructure week yet. There's a gap in the freeway that wasn't quite finished.
Uh-huh.
But you know what?
What?
They decide to just jump it and see what happens.
Okay. Once again, there is a 0% chance the bus would have made that jump.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. I saw Mythbusters. I saw Mythbusters. Yeah.
No.
Yes. I don't understand why you're disagreeing with me right now. They did that on Mythbusters. What?
Nope.
What is this?
Nope.
I don't like it.
Okay. Nope.
I'm confused.
Okay.
I hate this. I feel like I'm in a corner.
Yeah.
I feel fuck. Shit.
Okay.
I hate it.
All I'm saying is I love a can-do attitude. That's all I'm saying.
I love a can-do attitude as well.
Okay.
It's just that you can't do this.
Yeah, you can.
You're the devil.
The bus jump scene was done twice, as the bus landed too smoothly the first time. The bridge was actually there, but they erased it digitally. The bus jump scene was not in the original script. Jean de Bont came up with the idea one day when he was driving around Los Angeles and he noticed one section of the I-105 freeway missing. For the bus jump sequence, a ramp was built. The bus was started from about 1 mile back and accelerated towards the ramp. By the time it hit the ramp, it had reached a speed of about 60 miles per hour. It traveled 109 feet, and its front wheels reached an altitude of 20 feet off the ground, which was higher than anyone had anticipated. Because of this, the cameras were not placed correctly, and the top front part of the bus goes out of the frame when the bus reaches the maximum point of the jump. The Bont had to call Panavision and be like, sorry, baby.
Oh my God.
Sometimes buses get so crazy. They just smash all the cameras.
The bus has just been real excited to see you. Just couldn't help itself.
If you just send us some more cameras, we'll be real careful this time.
This happens to all buses.
But they made it. Yippee!
This sounds incredibly dangerous. And all those people inside the bus doing this stunt jump, I just can't imagine putting poor Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves and all of those other people's lives at stake. Twice, you say, now.
This might have been the 10% that they weren't involved in.
Might?
It was.
So you're not sure?
Yeah, I saw the outtakes.
So you're not sure?
I'm positive.
So they could very well have all been in there.
No, they weren't.
Because he wanted it to be realistic.
It was Alan Puck in it.
Alan Puck?
Yeah, it was his stunt double.
So they put stunt doubles in while they were shooting a bus over a ramp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, sure.
This is this Jean de Bont really needs to have a talking to about safety.
Well, Jack has the pretty brilliant idea to exit onto the airport, and he gets back under the bus to check out the bomb again. And Harry walks him through exploring the bomb situation, and they see there ain't no way they can override the bomb. And after a real close call, which is now resulting in a gas leak, Jack is back on the bus.
Those goddamn tire spiky things at the airport, I always knew they'd fuck things up somehow.
I hate those.
Oh, they make me so nervous. Even when I know I'm going over the right way.
I don't like them.
I just feel like now today's going to be the day where they just rebel.
I don't like them at all.
Where they just decide they choose violence. Well, nobody's core is strong enough to hold on to the bottom of the bus without touching the ground.
I think his is.
No, this is ridiculous.
I think, he worked out for 2 months preparing for this movie.
He's doing one of those roller app things that were so popular in the 90s.
I think he did, yeah. I think he did. Those were hard.
Probably doing some Taibo.
I think he did. I think he worked out with Billy Blank. Ain't life a bitch.
Ain't life a bitch.
Meanwhile, Harry is checking out the last known address of Payne. Oh boy, and he and the SWAT team are going to nab him when Harry sees a red light go off and the house blows up. This is sad.
He really should have known better.
Yeah, this is actually probably the most annoying sound in the world.
Him getting blown up.
Yeah.
He should have known better. I mean, he's the brains, according to Payne. He definitely should have seen this coming.
Well, if you want a con, I don't know why Harry would have been on that mission to begin with.
Yeah, doesn't he just defuse bombs?
Yeah.
He would have been called in if there was a bomb, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure why he went on that. But I mean, for drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, does Joe Morton only make movies that involve bombs?
There wasn't a bomb. Oh, there was a bomb. Because he was holding onto the bomb. Don't know how much. I don't know. He is the bomb. Payne calls and lets Jack know that Jack's good buddy didn't make it. Jack doesn't take this well. He's in his emotional mind for a little bit. And I personally think it's good for men to feel comfortable expressing their emotions. Keanu's out here doing the Lord's work.
I think it's good for men to express their emotions, and that has nothing to do with this movie.
It does have to do with this movie.
I'm saying that as an aside.
No, he's expressing he's sad and he's letting it out.
I don't think he's expressing emotions. I think he's lashing out, and these people are already super stressed.
Who's he lashing out at?
The dash of the bus.
Really?
Yeah, he was pounding it.
Oh, God.
He was pounding that dash.
I've never wanted to be an inanimate object more in my life. Well, they figure out that Payne can see what is going on the bus, and they loop a feed so they can get everyone safely off the bus. And Jack gets Annie safely off as well. Giggity. This
episode is really horny.
What are you talking about? What? They realize that Payne doesn't know that they are all off the bus. However, at the last minute, Payne notices a glitch on the camera and figures it out. And he changes into his cop gear and he snatches up Annie.
No. Whoa. You skipped a mighty lot.
What did I skip?
Well, when they got everybody off the bus.
Yeah.
What happened to the bus?
Oh, it blew up into a plane.
Into a plane. Too bad for all those people who flew innocent bystander airlines, huh? The prices are just so good, though. They let you have as many carry-on as you want.
That plane was being checked for maintenance. No one was on that plane.
So they were checking for maintenance?
Yeah.
So there's maintenance workers there.
No. Everyone had been moved off of the airfield, obviously. That bus had been circling around fuck all for 2 hours.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
It couldn't have been because it was running out of gas, so...
It was only running out of gas after that hot man got underneath the bus.
How long do you think a bus going nonstop at that speed, how long the gas would last?
Well, a couple hours.
How long do you think they've been going at this point?
A couple hours.
Like before they got to the airport.
Huh?
Like before they got to the airport.
Not very long, like 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Jack figures out that Payne got his girl, but when he finds them, Annie is covered in explosives. Oh no. Payne takes Annie on the subway and shoots up the conductor, which isn't nice. Okay.
Well, Jack's shooting the shit out of everything too.
Well,
feeling pretty bad for all those people who are at innocent bystander station.
Well, when Payne checks his money and it all explodes, he really loses his shit.
He was a cop. He didn't anticipate a die pack?
Well, it's been, you know what? When you've been away from something for a while, you kind of lose your edge.
Does he seem like somebody that has lost ability to know the ins and outs of, to anticipate every single move of the police?
You know what? It's a good question.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you for that one.
Thank you.
He's really been focused on bombs.
I mean, no, he focuses on other stuff though too.
Not really, but he's not really focused on police procedures so much. He's really focused on bombs.
Didn't he figure out a way to get the money out of the trash can just by digging a hole underneath?
It's kind of more about bombs.
That's not a bomb thing though.
It was kind of about a bomb.
It seems like somebody that was focused on a plan, but he just didn't even think, wow, maybe they'll throw a die pack or two in there.
It was a bomb idea. Well, it takes a minute to explain, so I'm not going to. But Payne does actually get a little decapitated.
A little.
Yeah, just a little.
And how does it, you're not going to say how that happened?
Well, I mean, I don't want to get into the science of it, but
Please do. When
you're going about your life, at some point your head is on, and if you get decapitated, it isn't anymore.
Okay, well, what I saw was he and Jack on top of a moving train.
Which happens in a lot of movies, okay?
And it's never okay.
Did it happen in Hotel Transylvania 3?
Cartoon.
Okay.
It's not realistic then. It's never realistic.
Did it happen in Throw Mama from the Train?
Not realistic.
I don't know.
Were they on top of the train in that? I don't think so. It's so silly. Like like a mild breeze almost like knocks me off balance on it. Okay, maybe don't use me as an example.
That's you though.
Well, I'm saying that they're fighting, and for somehow that guy is able to beat up Keanu. Like he's able to get control of the fight.
I knew you were going to say that. Here's the thing though. Keanu has been busting his ass all day long. Remember his core? Tired. He was underneath the bus.
Yeah.
You know what? His arms, jelly.
Yeah.
You know what?
Got all that lactic acid in there.
You know, adrenaline can only take you so far. Payne has just been sitting at home watching football, drinking beer.
Well, apparently Jack had enough adrenaline to be able to push Payne's head up to where it would get decapitated from a sign.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, and then he goes,
Yeah. Well, I'm taller.
He was taller.
Then what does he say to Annie whenever he gets back in the train? She asks where he is, where Payne is.
He lost his head.
Don't do that. Don't do this.
Listen, he's trying to bring some levity to a difficult situation. Some people, what do you do in uncomfortable situations? Laugh. Thank you. You're not going to believe this shit.
I definitely won't.
Especially since there's that freeway situation earlier.
Uh-huh.
But the subway system isn't completely finished either. But in my defense, I told you Infrastructure Week hasn't happened yet.
We've already used this storyline. Guys.
guys.
We've already used this one.
Well, I know, but that's the whole point is they're like, it could seem unbelievable, but it's so unbelievable that it's just the reality is, like how in Lawrence, there's just fuck all construction everywhere.
Constantly.
That's how LA was in 1994.
And Jack says, make it jump the track. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Well, okay. Do you want an answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Jack's undergraduate degree was in engineering.
What?
Yeah.
Is that what they end up doing, is jumping the track?
Yeah.
No, it isn't, because it was dumb.
No, he knows that if you speed up the train, it will jump the track, which worked earlier with that bus.
Yeah, but that's not what they ended up doing. They just braced for impact.
Well, no, I mean, it jumped the track, and then it landed. So when it landed, they had to they had to brace for impact.
It didn't jump any track. The track just ran out.
No, that was the end.
And they almost hit a whole bunch of guys just doing their jobs.
No, I don't remember that part.
Oh my God, oh my God, these guys have probably spent weeks and months, like doing all that. It looks like really, really hard work. And now they're going to have to do it all over again. Because some dickhead, came by and pushed over their sandcastle.
Thank you, Jack. Job security. Jen de Bont is a huge Stanley Kubrick fan and tries to include a nod to the filmmaker in all of his movies. Here, it's a literal reference as they crash in front of the Grauman's Chinese Theater where they're showing a re-release of 2001 A Space Odyssey.
He's a fangirl.
Then they have kissy time and all is right with the world.
Is this really the best time to make out?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I will tell you that Keanu and Sandra fell in love during filming, but never told each other, and only confessed this during separate interviews on The Ellen Show decades later.
Aww. It's trivia.
That's trivia.
I love that.
Yeah. The end.
It's done. Yes. It's over now.
Yay. No button push.
No button push.
Because I had no booze.
I know.
I was on top of my game. Although you were too. You were able to combat my critiques. Yeah.
I haven't had very much booze, though.
I am really glad we did this.
Me too.
Really, really, really glad. To me, this is exciting. It makes me really, really excited for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
I have no problems with us celebrating Keanu the whole month.
Mm-hmm.
The whole month long.
I guess I should apologize to Ty in advance.
Why?
Because we're going to be objectifying Keanu for an entire month.
You knew Keanu first.
Huh, good point.
Thank you. I am extremely excited about who I chose for my happy ending.
Yeah, let's hear it. I'm excited too.
Okay.
I'm excited because you're excited.
I really, really am. Because this person is legitimately just so great. My happy ending is Danny Trejo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Danny Trejo.
Okay.
He had a very difficult childhood.
Oh.
And he ended up in and out of prison for 11 years.
Hate that.
And at one point in prison, he decided he would turn his life around, and that's what he did. He became a counselor. He ended up working at like construction stuff, but he became a counselor. And at one point, one of his patients called him needing help, and he found his patient on a movie set. And one thing kind of led to another. I think maybe the person that was directing it or writing the script or whatever was somebody that he had gone to prison with.
Okay.
So he ended up getting into that movie. So he was cast in a bunch more films, but he still maintained his job as counselor.
Oh, okay.
He found it very fulfilling. He owns a whole bunch of taco shops and a donut shop, and he employs people who need second chances.
Oh.
He also donates all of his unsold food to homeless shelters. And like during the pandemic, he fed lots and lots and lots of people. He has I think one thing I read is that he's been in over 400 films, which is massive.
That's crazy.
Well, the reason why he's been in so many is because he will often say yes to young people who are starting out in the industry without charging them. He's actually said, he says, I've done a lot of projects that are student films or for first-time directors or producers. He says his agent gets really mad, but it's an honor to be a important part of someone's career when they're starting out.
Oh.
He's like, just pay for my gas, give me $100, pay me lunch, whatever, I don't care. I bring my A game whether I'm doing this or a Michael Mann movie. He won't do his own stunts.
Smart.
Right, it's opposite, but not for why you think. He does it because he doesn't want to take the job away from those workers.
Oh, nice.
He is a huge advocate for rescue dogs.
Oh, shit.
And if that wasn't enough, he once witnessed a car accident in 2019. A car had flipped over, and he saw that there was a baby inside, and he kind of knew how, because he worked with kids a whole bunch, so he kind of knew how to calm kids down, and he and the woman that had come over to help as well were able to pull this child out of the wreck.
Holy shit.
He is a legitimate, wonderful, wonderful person.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I love
Danny
that.
Trejo.
Okay. And I think I saw yesterday or today, he's like, he has like like decades and decades and decades of sobriety.
Yes. Yeah. So that's my happy ending.
Okay.
Which one are we doing next?
Matrix.
Oh, is this another one of yours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I anticipate lots of trivia. Probably not a lot of technical stuff.
I will not be doing... Listen. I'm going to stay in my wheelhouse. And the technical stuff is just not my jam. But there's a lot of really great trivia.
There are plenty of resources where you can learn all about that type of thing.
Yeah.
And that's really, really great.
Yeah. But there's great trivia outside of that. I've already done a deep dive into the trivia. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be able to drink again.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That really would be fun.
You better get to it before next Saturday.
Yeah, I'll pull it together.
For my birthday.
Well, of course, I'll pull it together. I can't wait to give you your gift. Very, very excited.
Really? Okay.
Very, very excited. Well, I guess that's it for now in Colorado. We'll see you all back in Kansas.
Oh, we'll see you. Bye, Anna Serene.
Bye, Katrina Porter. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.